Hello everyone, this is your host Urvashi Chauhan. Welcome to Courts Today by Livelaw, your one-step destination to all legal developments in the country. Let us start. Starting with an update on an incident which has been in the news recently. Aam Aadmi Party Rajya Sabha MP Swati Maliwal was allegedly assaulted at the Delhi Chief Minister Arvind Kejriwal's official residence by his aide Bibhav Kumar. On 16th of May, an FIR was filed by the Delhi police against the accused, to which he filed a counter-complaint against Swati Maliwal for criminal trespassing into the official residence without permission. Kumar was arrested on 18th May. The Delhi police alleged that he had been non-cooperative during investigation and gave evasive answers to the questions. It was also alleged that he deliberately did not disclose the password of his mobile phone, which is an important piece of information in the probe to unearth the truth. His request for bail was denied by the trial court earlier this week. In a new update, Bibhav Kumar has moved the Delhi High Court now, challenging his arrest in this case. Kumar was initially remanded to 5 days of police custody. He was later remanded to 4 days of judicial custody, and yesterday the trial court remanded him to 3 days of police custody. In his plea, Kumar has now contended that his arrest is violative of the Supreme Court rulings in Arnesh Kumar versus State of Bihar, and furthermore, Kumar has sought compensation for his illegal arrest. He has also sought departmental action in terms of the law laid down in Arnesh Kumar versus State of Bihar against the erring officials who were involved in the decision-making of his arrest. The Delhi High Court has today granted bail to Sharjeel Imam in a UAPA and sedition case relating to the alleged inflammatory speeches made by him at the Aligarh Muslim University and Jamia area against the Citizenship Amendment Act. A division bench comprising Justice Suresh Kumar Kaith and Justice Manoj Jain allowed Imam's bail plea. He had challenged the trial court order denying him statutory bail in the case. His counsel today submitted that Imam has already undergone 4 years and 7 months of incarceration out of the 7 years of maximum imprisonment. However, the Delhi police opposed the plea on the ground that Imam had not undergone half sentence. The counsel for Delhi police said that the delayed period of pre-trial detention was solely attributable to Imam, on whose instance the trial was stayed in 2022. The court eventually allowed the plea after taking note of various lists of dates, including the date of framing of charges and examination of witnesses. He will, however, remain in jail in the Delhi riots' larger conspiracy case involving UAPA charges. The Supreme Court registry today refused to list the plea of Delhi Chief Minister Arvind Kejriwal seeking a 7-day extension of his interim bail in the liquor policy case. The top court's refusal is premised on the grounds that since Kejriwal was given the liberty to move the trial court for regular bail, the present application will not be maintainable. Additionally, it was pointed out that since the judgment on the challenge to the arrest is already reserved, the present extension application has no correlation to the main petition. Earlier this month, the Supreme Court had allowed interim release of Kejriwal, who was in the judicial custody in the Delhi liquor policy case, till 1st June. This was to allow him to campaign for the Lok Sabha elections. As you know, Kejriwal filed for an extension, stating that he has to undergo diagnostic tests and prayed for an extension of the interim relief, the listing of which has now been rejected by the registry. The Supreme Court today refused to grant ex parte interim bail to Aam Aadmi Party Punjab MLA Jaswant Singh to campaign for the ongoing Lok Sabha elections. The vacation bench comprising Justices Sanjay Karol and Arvind Kumar heard his plea, challenging the decision of the Punjab and Haryana High Court, which upheld his arrest by the Enforcement Directorate for allegedly being a director and guarantor of a company which had obtained loan and credit facilities of over 46 crores. The amount is alleged to have been diverted to other companies, contrary to the terms and conditions of extending the credit facilities. 3.12 crores is also stated to have been diverted into the personal account of the Aam Aadmi Party leader. Senior advocate Vikram Chaudhary, appearing for Singh, sought ex parte interim bail for him till 4th June on account of the ongoing Lok Sabha polls, where the voting is scheduled to happen on the 13th Lok Sabha constituencies in the state of Punjab on 1st June. But the court was not inclined to grant relief of interim bail, noting that no such relief could be granted without hearing the opposite parties. However, notices have been issued to the Union of India and Directorate of Enforcement to be returnable within 1 week. In another update, the Supreme Court bench of Justices J.K. Maheshwari and K.V. Vishwanathan has disposed of a plea filed by Kalyani Singh, the prime accused in Sippi Sidhu's murder case. Sukhmanpreet Singh Sidhu alias Sippi Sidhu was a national-level shooter and lawyer who was shot dead by unknown assailants in September 2015 at a park in Chandigarh. Allegedly, one of the assailants was Kalyani Singh, who is the daughter of a retired Punjab and Haryana High Court judge. She allegedly conspired to murder Sidhu after he turned down her marriage proposal. The investigation in this case was transferred from Chandigarh Police to CBI. In 2022, Kalyani was granted bail by the Punjab and Haryana High Court. Earlier this month, a special CBI court has framed murder charges against her. The instant proceedings came before the Supreme Court because of an application filed by Kalyani before the CBI court for supply of all documents that the prosecution had relied upon. The same was rejected by the CBI court, leading Kalyani to appeal the order before the Punjab and Haryana High Court. The High Court ruled in her favor in 2023, staying framing of charges until she was supplied with the data. This High Court order in turn was assailed by CBI before the Supreme Court, which granted a stay in December last year. However, the top court made it clear that framing of charges would be subject to the outcome of the case. Soon after, Kalyani moved a CBI court for supply of documents relied upon by the prosecution and supplied to the murder of the deceased victim, that is Sidhu. The plea was eventually raised before the Supreme Court. Before the Supreme Court, the Additional Solicitor General appearing for CBI had back then submitted that the documents that were furnished to Sidhu's mother would also be furnished to Kalyani. With this order, the earlier proceedings before the Supreme Court were closed. Now, in April this year, the CBI court rejected Kalyani's application for supply of documents. She approached the High Court, which dismissed her plea for supply of the documents. Aggrieved by the dismissal, she moved the Supreme Court. Today, Advocate Zohaib Hussain for CBI submitted that now charges had been framed in the case and that now Kalyani could take recourse under law to access the documents, and that the same would not be opposed by the agency. The court has now directed that CBI shall supply the documents within a period of 2 weeks. On Hussain mentioning that the question of a person's right to seek unrelied documents is pending before the Supreme Court, the bench clarified that its order was passed in peculiar facts of the case. You know how Delhi and other parts in North India have been facing intense heat wave and high temperature, making everyday life difficult. Delhi's Consumer Disputes Redressal Forum recently adjourned a case citing the absence of air conditioning or cooling facilities in the courtroom. The decision came as temperatures soared above 40 degrees Celsius, making it difficult for the forum to conduct proceedings effectively. The quorum, comprising President Suresh Kumar Gupta and members Harshali Kaur and Ramesh Chandra Yadav, also highlighted the lack of basic amenities like water supply in the washrooms. Given these circumstances, the Consumer Forum deemed it impractical to proceed with the case and opted to adjourn it until November. The quorum also directed that a copy of the present order be sent to Secretary-cum-Commissioner for information. And lastly, the Madras High Court has upheld removal of a CISF constable for using another CISF constable's ATM card without permission and withdrawing money. The petitioner in this case had approached the court challenging the order of the Inspector General CISF, who confirmed his dismissal from service. He informed the court that he had used the ATM card of another CISF constable only with the intention of using it for his emergency and had also used it on previous occasions at his instruction. That he had received a call from his parents informing him about a medical emergency for which he needed money, and there was no intention on his part to withdraw the money. He submitted that he had suppressed the fact only due to psychological effect of fear and later did admit the truth. Justice R.N. Manjula noted that though there was no previous similar instance, a charge of this nature was so severe and serious that no soft approach could be taken. The court observed that taking away someone's ATM card for withdrawing money without his permission was nothing but stealing money, and thus the dismissal from service was appropriate. The court further said that the members of CISF force are staying in one hall with beds next to each other. In such close proximity, if a member of the service does not have the utmost integrity and honesty, it is difficult for others to coexist with a person who has such blemishes. Thus, finding no merits, the plea was dismissed. If you wish to know more details about the cases I mentioned here, you can visit our website at www.livelaw.in. Stay ahead with quick legal updates only on Livelaw. Do not forget to like, share and subscribe and support us. You can also support us by donating through the thanks button at the bottom of our videos, or consider becoming a member at just 89 rupees per month.